Sanji and the Baker. When Sanji was a young man, he traveled a great deal. He sailed across stormy seas. He traveled over hot, open deserts. One day, he arrived in the fabled city of Francia, a dazzling place where merchants traded in spices, gems, and colorful silks. Sanji decided to stay there a while. He found a room that suited him perfectly. It was small and simple, but quite cozy. Best of all, it was right above the baker's shop. In the morning, Sanji awoke to a delicious smell wafting up from the bakery. Dark, crusty bread hot from the oven, warm, sweet rolls filled with juicy currants, crunchy biscuits covered in sesame seeds. Sanji stepped onto his balcony and took a deep breath. He whiffed and sniffed the heavenly aroma. Fresh cinnamon buns. He just had to have one. In the bakery, Sanji bought the tiniest cinnamon bun in the shop. "I've been on my balcony enjoying the wonderful smells from your oven," he told the baker. "Oh, have you?" growled the baker. He narrowed his eyes and glared at Sanji. That evening, when Sanji came home, he stood on his balcony to inhale the lovely smells that rose from the bakery. Sweet coconut cakes and orange spice, date nut loaves and walnut whirls. Sanji stood dreamily, sniffing and whiffing. He didn't see the baker staring up at him. This went on for many days. Suddenly, one evening, the baker banged angrily on Sanji's door. "Thief!" he cried. "You are stealing my smells!" Sanji was astonished. "What are you talking about?" he asked, opening the door. "Don't think I haven't seen you standing on your balcony, whiffing and sniffing," shouted the baker. "You smell my bread every morning. You smell my cakes every evening. I must be paid for those smells." "Nonsense," said Sanji. "Those smells come up here by themselves. I haven't stolen anything from you." The baker shook his fist at Sanji. "So you refuse to pay? Then I'll take you to court. The judge will see that I get my payment." So they went to court. The baker told his story, and the judge listened carefully. Then he questioned Sanji. "Do you enjoy those smells?" "Yes, Your Honor," Sanji replied. "And have you ever paid for them?" "No, Your Honor, I haven't." The judge thought for a long time. At last he said, "Both of you will return to court tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Sanji, you will bring 5 silver coins." Sanji was miserable. He didn't have 5 silver coins. He would have to borrow them from his friends, and how would he ever pay them back? The next morning at 9 o'clock, the judge entered the courtroom. Sanji stood quietly with his head bowed. The baker was there too, grinning and rubbing his greedy hands together. The judge spoke first to Sanji. "Have you brought the silver coins?" "Yes, Your Honor," he answered in a whisper. The judge took a large copper bowl and placed it before him. He told Sanji to throw the coins one at a time into the bowl. To the baker, he said, "Now listen carefully." The first coin clinked into the bowl. The second coin tinkled beside it. The third coin clattered. The fourth coin clanged. The fifth coin rattled onto the pile. The judge turned to the baker. "Did you hear those coins clatter and clink?" "Yes, Your Honor," replied the baker, looking hungrily at the bowl of coins. "And did you enjoy the sound of their rattle and clang?" asked the judge. "Oh, yes, I certainly did," cried the baker. Good, said the judge, because that was your payment. And you, Sanji, he continued, may have your 5 silver coins back. Thank you, Your Honor. Did you catch what happened there? That judge was very, very clever. And that is the end of Sanji and the Baker. Thank you for listening.